9. You're with me, Miriam Angel, Salim Barisa, and Emmanuel Gona. You know what? The time is here. We've been talking about her since 6 in the morning. We have Julija in studio. She is an MMA fighter. She's an artist. She's a storyteller. Also, she's an author. And ametuambia we call her Julija Simba. Julija, good morning.
Habari ya asubuhi, mambo, rada Swahili pot.
Good morning, Rada.
Rada safi sana, fresh, niaje?
Poa. Niko sawa. Wewe
Asante.
uko good?
I'm good. How are you? Habari yako wewe?
Salama sana, nashukuru Mungu.
Nzuri.
Yeah.
Na wewe?
Mi niko fit.
Kulala vizuri?
Niko sawa kabisa.
Yeah.
Hapa leo tumepatikana.
Let's patikana.
I
Hapa
hope
tumefika.
everybody was sleeping good because now will be very interesting.
Yes, yes, we did. We did. First of all,
Yeah.
how did you learn Rada Mambo? You know, you've said all our salutations, like pretty
And
much all the greetings.
Kwa sababu kuongea with watu wengi from the street, from the village. Yeah, then I take some words here and there. I copy here and there. So yeah, just like I copy from the when you're chilling with with the people, you copy very fast.
Yes.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ndio.
So Kenya, let's start with Kenya before we go to you being an MMA fighter.
Mhm.
What brings you to Kenya?
What brings me to Kenya?
Yeah.
I started visiting Kenya when I had I had friends from Tanzania because I started my African road with Tanzania.
Yeah.
So I have friends who was in Keko. They do boxing there, and the friend had a fight in Nairobi, and I've asked him, who is coming with you?
Yeah.
Which like the coach are coming with you? He said, I go alone. I said, oh, can I come maybe with you, and I coach you and I support you. So I had then the plan to go with him together, and that's
Yeah.
how I end up in Nairobi with him and coaching tattoo friends. Yeah, him and 2 other friends. And after the fight, he go back, and I stayed more in Kibera actually. Then
Yeah. Okay, so looking at, you know what, we are audiovisual, so I want you to go to our website, www.swahilipotfm.co.ke, and stream, because Julija has a tattoo on her neck, and it's that of a lion. You want to tell us a bit about that?
it's a cuckoo.
It's a
It's a Simba. Yes, I'm
Yes,
joking. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
My tattoo. Why I did it?
Yes.
I did the tattoo. I love tattoos,
Yeah.
and to not regret the tattoo, one day I needed a reason to have a tattoo which I really like and which I really never regret. So I put the sign of my mom. It's a lion, but the lion has so many hairs
Yeah.
and it don't fit in. So I put the Simba. Yes. So actually now it's like also the nickname. People know me as Simba, not as a. People don't even know my name. They
Yeah.
know just Simba.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Kwa sababu was a nickname. And on the streets, watu wengi kungia, hey, unaitwa nani? And I don't know these people, so I have to make a nickname to not everybody know maybe Julia. And
Yes.
also Simba's just very haraka.
Yeah.
Simba uko wapi? Mimi hapa.
Yeah. Interesting.
Simba uko wapi, mimi hapa?
Wewe wapi? Mimi hapa. Na wapeleka na wada geto zote. Okay.
Unatupeleka na Rada. Unatupeleka na Rieng.
Naria.
So how did your journey in MMA begin?
I started with MMA to survive mental health issues. Like I had mental issues when I was younger, and I did actually many different sports. I did I was swimming, I was football, basketball, tennis. I played many years, but I just didn't found that adrenaline and that energy to continue and actually I had it also to learn to protect myself.
Yeah.
To be stronger, to have more self-confidence. And for me personally, I don't get that in other sports versus fighting. Yeah,
Mm.
so then I started with 18 to make a step inside. I was not so self-confident, but most important for me was to protect me, to have the possibility protecting myself in any kind of situation in life.
Yeah.
Because just a lot of things happening in my childhood. So, yeah, fighting helped me really much to solve that problems. Let's say that.
Yeah. Would you like to share? Because you've said you got into MMA to deal with the mental health issues. What were you going through?
the most which I was going through was going a lot. It was parents, they was fighting a lot and to each other, so there was fighting. In Germany is like that. If parents fight that much and don't understand each other anymore, and kids are in a not anymore safe area, and then you can very fast lose your children's, if also other people see that this is not anymore safe environment. So often it's not the parents themselves who say, hey, please, social worker, take my kid, I can't take any more care of my kids. It's I think no parent would often do that. So it's mostly other people who see that this situation is bad, and they will take your children's to a more safer place until the parents getting more in a healthy situation to each other. So we was in a children's home very young. Me and my brother, I have one kaka, moja kaka. Lakini I'm more older, but he thinks he's older. No, so when I was 6 years old, I came then, like, I was in children's home for 2-3 years. Then we came back to the parents, and in this children's home happened a lot to also sexual abuse happened. Then back to the parents, and it was still like, violence, a lot of violence. I know many parents, they love their children, but I know also how much mental issues can having so much pressure that you just lose your control. And you can, as much as you love your children, as much you can also harm your children with not having yourself into a control. So later I started, I was having too much emotions into myself. I didn't have nobody to talk. So how to solve my problems was like cutting other people. For example, Kwamfano, they take drugs, or they make stealing, or they drink. Like, everybody have their own coping mechanism. Exactly. And for me, it was kind of like taking the knife and just feeling somehow another pain, and not feeling my pain inside, but feeling the knife. Then now people say me, hey, your scars, it was not hurting. I say, and I always think, but the inside was hurting much more. So the scars is like nothing from that what you feel inside. So now if you see other people, maybe they don't have the scars outside, but they have the pain in them. So now when you see the drug addicted on the street, don't think bad about them, because what you have to think, what made them to be there? What made what I'm always thinking back, like, deeper. What made this boy or this girl or whatever? What made it to be in this situation? What is the background? Well, let's see much deeper, and not just see the like over water. Let's look deeper. What made it to see that? So having problems with living, flashbacks coming up always. Then I had medication, taking like antidepressiva to kind of living life somehow. But then I also took the medications too much, like doctor saying you won, but you misbehave taking Kwamfano 20-30 because you don't care, or you don't take one medication for sleeping, you take then 30-40 because you just want to sleep through that problems. You never want to wake up. So it was very dark time, and now after therapy, I see more the light. I can now say it's really like that. If you see the darkness, there's in the end of that line there, you can see the light one day. And I just love so much now. I told it to myself, if I can survive these years, if I will survive that time where I feel like this, I have to, and I want to help also others.
Yes. I like that. I really like that. Now, you as you got into MMA now, at what point do you say now, for somebody who's thinking about it, like, what does it even take to be an MMA fighter? How did you get into it and make it a profession?
You have to be very strict with training. And in my case, already the sport is really hard. You have to go to training, you get punched, you have to punch back, and you have to be very having the strength. How to say, if you can't miss 2-3 trainings in a week. You have to go every day, being strict. How to say in English? Being consistent. Consistent, not having too much breaks. Being so much focused that friends, unfortunately, are on the second line. Like you have to zoom really, really in that sport to continue training. staying healthy, eating healthy, and being very much in sharp with your own.
Okay.
Don't lose your vision. Yeah.
So,
But,
walk us through your typical day, Julia. How does it look like? Like your training, your typical training schedule. What does it look like to stay fight ready?
if you are preparing for a fight,
Yeah.
you have to have bare minimum to train like twice in a day. Like, do you sleep, you wake up, quamfano, you go running, or you go training, you make stand-up training, then you eat something, you rest, or you go maybe doing to rest a little bit and then make a break and then have the second training. Then jiu-jitsu, like MMA is a very, you have so much sports inside, like boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. You have to train each of them. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have to do all that.
All that, and that's all together also. But there's specific and detailed training then from the preparation. You analyze also your opponent, and like that, with that game plan, you go then to prepare that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
And what's the most challenging part as you were training? What was the most challenging part of training when it comes to like now physical endurance, your mental strength?
Yeah.
What was the most challenging part of it?
Most challenging is, of course, also the physically part. You are very tired and you have to go still. Everything hurts. Always you have anything where it's pain, you have to go still there. But what is mostly is the mentally. Yeah, because if you have also the background of losing yourself sometimes, and then copying with bad mechanism, then sometimes you could fall into it back, and sometimes it's very like, it's difficult. You have to have someone who you can talk to, but I have to say it's a man-dominated sports, so a lot of men, so mostly you have men trainers, and which is very difficult. You have sometimes trainers who don't understand about mentally issues, so quamfano, you cut yourself, and then you have a trainer who say you, why you do this, I do this and this for you, and you do like that. They push you more down as you are already. I think that's what was hurting the most, like, because I'm your trainer, so I have to lift you up.
Yes.
Yeah. Or if you lose your fight, I'm gonna not push you more down. We can analyze the fight, but I'm not gonna say I would kill myself if quamfano, like, I hear these things. I would have the last trainer said I would have prefer to kill myself versus having this performance. So it's just sentences where I also like now to be and voice for trainers to be more in a positive way with their fighters, to take care of how they talk to their fighters, and in any sport. But it's a fighting world sport where I can say, take care of your fighters, lift them up. You are here to lift them up, and don't push them down. They are to training because they want to be stronger. So make them stronger. It's your job.
So would you say the kind of language that's used, especially with those in sport, not that you've talked about your trainer, the kind of language that's used to lift the athletes up is not really meant to lift them up, but to bring them down?
Like punishment, you can do in other ways, I think. Punishment, but punishment like to make jokes kind of about, I would prefer to kill myself versus these things. Maybe that person was really thinking about the day ago to kill himself, and you just push them more down. You have to lift up the person in any kind of case. Like, that's where I will be always a voice, and where I will be very serious, because even the ones who are smiling, or the ones who are looking fit and strong, you don't know their background. So always be kind. Don't say any bad words which will come then back to you. You don't know, tomorrow maybe you will not live anymore, and your last words was speaking bad about your friend, that he maybe have suicidal thoughts. So I really like to lift up the people who are into the darkness. And which is very interesting. When I was in Kisimani, was it Kisimani?
Kisimani, yes.
In Dio, when I boxed there, there's some, there's smoke, and some maybe they lost a little bit themselves. You see really much the contrast of, and we are all in this one place, but it was really having a big impact into me, that we train here boxing, and just like 5 meter from us, all the other guys are looking at us, and maybe they smoke, they do any kind of drugs, but they're looking at us. And I swear you, I was so happy when one guy, he started shadow boxing, like he do his stuff, but he like he was living there and he started shadow boxing because he saw us. So it's nice that they see the boxers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Simba,
Ndio.
mimi nitakuuliza kwa Kiswahili
Ndio.
and some part in English.
Sawa.
MMA and boxing, is there a difference?
Ndio sana, kubwa difference.
Tofauti yake ni nini? What is boxing and now what is MMA? If I ask the other question.
Ndio.
Yes.
So boxing, you are just allowed to fight with your hands. Kwa mfano sasa jab, moja, mbili, uppercut, crochet. Umeelewa? Ndio. Yes. Ndio.
Yes.
You have also a lot of rules there, but it's just boxing. So when one person kwa mfano fall down, you have to stop.
You stop.
Exactly.
Yes.
You have to stop. Mixed martial arts, you are allowed to kick also, to put more into it. It's mixed martial arts, so everything
Kicks.
is mixed. Exactly. Kicks, knees, elbows. Yeah. And also wrestling, so you can even take the person, put down, take down. And when the person is falling on the ground, you can still continue. Exactly. Then it's wrestling, jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Wewe scary. He's like, prepare.
So now hiyo ndo tofauti as a lady. Kwa nini ukachagua the most toughest path ya MMA
I would say better for me. I feel more confident with MMA. Umeelewa kwa nini? Kwa sababu if you want to box me, I bring you down. What do you want to do if I bring you down? Tell me. Nothing. Asante. Ndio. Like kwa mfano sasa Mike Tyson. What Mike Tyson, what is he doing? Okay, if he give me uppercut, I'm gonna fall. Sawa. Lakini if we put it deeper, he tried to box me and I put him down, take down. What he's gonna do?
He'll do a lot.
Let's ask the audience. What the boxer's gonna do if I bring you down?
He's going to do a lot of nothing.
He's praying for his second life.
What would you say is your greatest achievement in the MMA?
That I fight through my mental health, and I'm finally escaped that I have to say yes. Yeah. And
your targets, maybe now that you're in Kenya working with different people, you've mentioned Kayole, you've mentioned Kisimani, Kibera.
Sorry, you said also what is the biggest achievement? It's also that I fought in America. So when I was in the darkest place, I told myself, I had the big vision that I want to fight the strongest girl. I was 18, 19. I say myself, my goal is I want to fight the strongest girl in the whole world. My goal was even not to win, because I was so in a situation that it was like impossible to even think about that. Me in this going, I was a lot of in the hospital, and my life was just hospital medication and all of these things. So thinking about I will fight the strongest girl in the world was already for me like delusional, like too crazy. So, but I had that vision and I made it. So I was also in America fighting. I lost 2 fights, but I did it. I mean, I should having the vision. I want to win, yes, but my vision was going there. I fight there. I fight 2 fights. I fight the strongest from the world's girl. I lost twice, but I did it, and I know now if you put your vision, you continue that. Now, according to the other thing, what you say?
The targets now.
The targets about Kayole?
Yeah, Kayole and other areas. So what are you planning? What do you really want to achieve?
I want to achieve having bigger communities and a voice altogether, that more people from outside, like also government, is more having a look and open eyes for the streets and, let's say, the ghettos, the villages. The unheard voices, I want to make them hear. How I do it, last time when I've been here, I took 10 boys with me, having the opportunity. We go all together representing to 10 over 10 show. Our song Wapelike Narada and speaking about mental health. These are achievements, step by step, which I think we can do all together. Talking together, communicating together, doing training, boxing, fights. Yeah.
All right. Now, if we're looking at, you've mentioned the fight in the United States, right?
Yeah.
And you would consider that as memorable. What did you learn looking at that? Like, what did you learn from that loss that made you a better fighter?
I learned from that fight to always continue with your dreams and visions. Yeah. When I lost the first fight, like I was really down because I lost it really quickly. I think like kind of 10 seconds. I was really down, but at the same time very happy that I finally made it. And to make then the second fight, to say myself like continue, even as broke as you are. She broke my nose, she broke like everything and mentally, but I still made the second fight. Was really good, because if I would not had do it, the worst sentence to say myself is then what would be if, and I don't like it. What would be if?
Yes.
I better do it and lose versus having that what would be if. Yes. Continue, I swear.
I like that. We are speaking to Julija. She's an MMA fighter. And you know what? She's sharing her story, but also her work in Kenya. Do you have any question for us? 0700917917. Doshi, I see you there. You know what? You can just throw your question here. Good morning. In studio, we have Julija. She is Julija Simba. She is an MMA fighter. And of course, we're talking about being an MMA fighter and also the work that she does in Kenya. Julija, we've talked about mental health. And when it comes to mental health in the sports industry, it's something that we speak about but not as much, right?
Yes.
You joined MMA fighting because you're battling mental health problems, and in that space I want to know, for somebody who's battling mental health problems and then you get into this space, how did you cope?
How I cope in the sport.
Yes, in the sport, in the training. How did you cope? And then also, how did that help when it comes to your healing journey? Yeah.
I can say if you have these bad days come from after sparring often, that sometimes you have to like telling yourself you are still a good fighter, even that this sparring was bad, and that losses or bad trainings don't make you a bad fighter. It just make you learning from it. Like I want to say, crying is allowed. Crying is your emotions go out. So if your body shows any kind of these symptoms, like for example crying, feeling very very bad, we can be thankful because it want to show us something. And breathing, like